It begins not with a whisper, but a roar. A storm of life rising on the hot summer air. This is the nuptial flight, single day of skyborn celebration, and a lifetime of consequence. We focus on one of these winged ants. She is a princess, untested, flying for the one and only time in her life. She will mate, carrying a lifetime supply of seed from a male who will die moments later. Her purpose is singular. Her destiny ... is earthbound. She spirals down, landing heavily on a patch of damp earth. The fall from grace is swift. On the forest floor, she is no longer royalty. She is a target. Survival demands sacrifice. She twists, braces her legs, and deliberately breaks her own wings, tearing them from her body. She will never fly again. She trades the sky for the soil. Her great sacrifice has begun. Finding a small depression under a root, she begins to dig. In absolute darkness, the new queen becomes a prisoner of her own ambition. She does not eat, she does not drink. She lives on the memory of her own muscles, digesting her useless wings. And then ... she begins her true work. She lays her first clutch of eggs, tiny, pearlescent ovals, her first children. But these are not ants, not yet. They are larvae, helpless, blind, pale white mouths. They are the stomach of the new colony, and they are starving. The queen produces a special nutrient-rich egg and feeds it to them. She feeds them with her own body, growing weaker as they grow stronger. It is a race against starvation. If she fails, this dynasty ends before it begins. The larvae soon pupate, becoming silky cocoons. Then, a cocoon twitches. A new ant, tiny and weak, claws its way out. This is the first generation. The nanitics. They're small, frail, but they are born with a purpose. Their first act is not to eat, but to serve. They immediately begin tending to the queen, cleaning her, licking the new egg she lays. The queen's role is now set. She is an egg-laying machine, the heart of the colony. Her daughters will do the rest. A dozen strong, the workers dig their way to the surface. For these first daughters, the outside world is a land of monsters. A beetle stomps past like a freight train, but they are driven by a force older than fear. Hunger. The colony must eat. The workers spread out. We follow one. She is a scout, a pioneer. She walks into the unknown, leaving an invisible trail behind her, a microscopic map of chemicals. A pheromone, scent that says, "I was here." The scout finds a dead fly, a mountain of protein, the jackpot, but it is too large. She cannot move it alone, but she doesn't have to. She races back to the nest, strengthening her chemical trail. She returns, tapping her sisters with her antennae, sharing samples of the food. The message is clear. Follow me. A column of ants, now 20 strong, marches out, following the invisible highway. This is the superorganism in action. Not 20 individuals, but one mind and 20 bodies. They swarm the fly, dismembering it and carrying the pieces home. With protein comes power. The larvae are fed. The queen lays more, hundreds of eggs, thousands. The nest expands. This is not just a hole, it is architecture. A complex metropolis, built grain by grain, designed by instinct. We see chambers for larvae, the nurseries, chambers for food, the granaries, and deep within, the royal suite for the queen. The population swells. From 1 to 1,000, 100,000. The colony's territory is now vast, and it is a well-oiled machine. There is division of labor. We see the soldiers. Living tanks, their mandibles designed for one purpose: to cut, to kill, to defend. We see the foragers, the providers, who risk their lives daily, and inside the nest, the smallest ants, the nurses, tending to the endless tide of new life. All sisters. All daughters of the one true queen. A scout from our colony moves along a log. She stops. Her antennae twitch wildly. Another ant is here. A different scent. A different color. A red ant. This is the border. In the ant world, there is only one rule. If you are not one of us, you are the enemy. The two scouts lunge. It's a frantic, vicious fight. The black ant is killed. The line has been crossed. An hour later, a river of black ants flows from one direction. A tide of red ants from the other. They meet. This is total war. not for honor, but for resources. For the sugar on the leaves, the protein on the ground, for the right to exist. It is chemical warfare, a battle of poisons and brute force. Soldiers tear enemies in half. Workers drag the wounded back, while others drag the enemy's dead forward. As food, nothing is wasted. Empires are not built on peace. They are built on conquest. Thousands will die, but the colony, the superorganism, does not care. Individuals are expendable. The black ants push forward, swarming the entrance to the red ant nest. They flood the enemy chambers. They do not just kill, they steal. They carry out the pupae the red ant cocoons. These are the spoils of war, the enemy's next generation. These pupae will hatch, and through a process called imprinting, they will believe they are black ants. They will become slaves, serving the very colony that destroyed their own. The battle is over. The red ant colony is broken. The black ant territory has doubled. The dynasty is secure. The small, vulnerable hole dug by a single wingless queen is now a fortress. A city of 1 million, a dominant power on the forest floor. A year passes. It is summer again. The colony is so successful, it can now afford the ultimate luxury: reproduction. New, larger larvae emerge, destined for more. From the nest entrance, new figures appear. They have wings. New princesses. New males. The next generation. They wait for the signal. Perfect alignment of heat and humidity. ... And then they fly. The sky is once again filled with a storm of life. Our colony has released its future. The old queen will never see them again. She will remain in the dark, laying eggs until the day she dies. But her legacy is in the air. Her daughters ride the wind, searching for new ground, ready to break their wings and begin the cycle anew. Thanks for watching our journey into this incredible world. If you enjoyed this glimpse into the empire of the forest floor, please consider liking this video and subscribing for more stories from the natural world. See you next time.